10 weeks you get no truck payment. So, but you have to take the time off. You can't work the whole week and get no truck payment, which is completely fucking stupid.
Dozer, when you're done, bring the ship up to broadcast depth.
Peace, ladies and gentlemen, it's your man Trip coming at you with another video. And in this video, it's Sunday, August 17th, 2025, and I'm just chilling at this mom and pop truck stop in Ohio on Highway 35, where all the potholes are here. So I've never been inside that truck stop, but I've been here a couple of times. Man, I had a long day. I started off in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Then I went to go get the trailer washed out. So I had to go out of my way to really do that. So hopefully they'll add some miles to my run. And then I had to head down to, what town was it? I don't know. I had to go to this Purdue plant about 100 something miles away from that, and pick up this nasty ass trailer, blood leaking out the back and shit. Oh man. But I'm taking this over to Waldo, Wisconsin, and it's got to be there by Tuesday at 10 a.m. I got about 9 hours left in the total trip, and tomorrow's Monday, so it should, unless I die, it should be there, by Tuesday morning, which is good because I'll have, a huge amount of miles. I don't know about a huge amount of miles. I don't know. I had a short run on Saturday, yesterday. Even though it lasted all day, it was still short in the miles. It was like 300-400 miles, 399, I think. And so that kind of killed my momentum for the weekend. But I should still be at 1,500 miles for the weekend load. And then I'll get, if I get a load on Tuesday, which I should because I'll have hours, that'll boost my check to that 2,000, 2,300, whatever, however many miles I get in. So that's a really good thing, man. Hirschbach, if you're interested in, some people call it a lease purchase. It's not really a lease purchase. When you come here, you just lease with the option to buy. At the end, it's going to be too much money, probably. $60,000. You got $60,000 to throw at it? I don't know. But I'm just using this to get my money up to do my thing. And who knows? Maybe I'll change my mind and work with Mr. Hirschbach for an additional 4 years with a brand new truck of my choosing, and stack money that way. Then after the 4 years are up, I'll have a truck and enough money to buy a property or something cash, or get a specialized trailer or something. I don't know, whatever. That's not necessarily the route I want to take, but it's an option. It's a safe option too, because here you just got to drive the damn truck, so it is what it is. Tomorrow I'll be having enough hours to do the 9. I'm running recaps starting today, and tomorrow I'll have 13 hours and 34 minutes to do that 9 hours. So yeah, that would be good. But the next day is kind of low. It's my only low day. It's 3.5 hours. So if we add 4.5 to that, because it's almost exactly 9 hours, actually a little less. I'm just rounding up. If we add 4 hours to that, that'll be another 7.5 hours. And then the rest of the week is like 7.5 hours. I have another one where it's 9 hours and another one 10.5. So I can add up and get the recap going to about 8 hours a day. Most days, like 7 hours 21 minutes, 7 hours 48 minutes, 10:36, 7:20, 8:58, 3:34. Those and 11:49. So like most days, I'm only working experience. This is not a beginner company. I think they take people after 6 months or something, but you have to know what you're doing already. You have to know how to drive. You have to have your CDL. Yeah. So if you're interested, hit up Danny. I'll put the number right there. Hit her up. You know, you can say that Trip Billions sent you, or use my driver code BEN10, and you know, I'll get a referral bonus, and that would be cool. You know, I do these videos with the Hirschbach name and everything, but I'm not a part of the affiliate program, so I could talk shit about them if I wanted to. And I mean, they might fire me still, but you know, they don't pay me to make these videos. And really, even the influencers, I think they pay $100 a month, and then after so many views, they get like an extra $20 or something like that. You know, so I don't know. Maybe like Wild Beer Trucking gets a good amount of money for so many views. He gets, you know, he has a decent sized channel, so he probably gets a lot of views. And I don't even remember how many views you have to get paid. And he probably makes no money from Hirschbach doing that. Maybe like $150 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's probably what he makes a month from Hirschbach, which isn't much more than any other influencer. They would just make $100. So yeah, I mean, he gets the YouTube revenue, but Hirschbach ain't really paying him. I mean, when he gets the referrals, yeah, but Hirschbach ain't really paying him. And there's no truth. Like, you could go to Miss Danny and say, you know, I said that you know, Trip Billion sent me, and then they might not even. They'd be like, I'm signing you up myself. You know what I'm saying? So they might not even give me that bonus there. So I just speak the truth about the company. You know, it's a good company. They do frustrate the hell out of you though, but there's some micromanagement stuff. But you know, like, they told me I was speeding too much, and then I brought it down. Today, the speeding went back up. I did what they said, you know, because I know the areas, because like this road I always go up, I always come down, and that's where I usually get my speeding. And this time, I did what they told me. You know, the safety guy said put a mile per hour under. My dispatcher said put it 2, so I put it 2, and it still would hit the speeding mark, which is 5 miles an hour over the speed limit for 5 seconds or something like that. You know, so now I'm not trusting the what is that shit called again? Cruise control. I'm not trusting the cruise control anymore. So not on this road, because I've been doing really well with the speeding. But this road, no. I'm just gonna control it the whole way myself. I'll have it on cruise control, but you know, I'll just be using my Jake brake the whole time. And I Jake on number 3, bobtail Jake 3. Like, people, it might send most people out the through the windshield, but I don't know. My entire trucking career was always Jake 3, and when it was on the dash, you know, Jake 3, bam, bam, you know, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you used to drive the old truck, you know, like, it's right there in the panel. They don't got no buttons really here no more. I mean, they got cool buttons, I guess. They got lights, 5th wheel release and stuff like that. You know, but they used to have a Jake brake right up here. But yeah, Hirschbach, man, get the money. You just gotta run. You gotta run the recaps. The next time I go home, I was gonna go home for my birthday, which is at the end of the month, but it's so close to the cutoff. Like, my birthday's on a Sunday, I think, and the cutoff's a Tuesday. And also that week is also the week where they determine how many miles you have for your bonus. So I I've decided to just stay out until the bonus, and then only go home for 2 days, 48 hours, and then keep running. And I think that's the September bonus, and then there's 2 bonuses in October. So I'm only going home for the 2 days. Hopefully on a Tuesday, be done on a Tuesday, and then come back out on a Thursday. So 1 day of the last week, and then 1 day of the new week. And I might even switch that to Wednesday to Thursday, because it won't matter, because I'm going home. I won't have another load. If I had another load, then that Tuesday pushing those miles in would matter. But yeah, you got to take a hit somewhere. And I have 10 weeks. Every 10 weeks you get no truck payment. So, but you have to take the time off. You can't work the whole week and get no truck payment, which is completely fucking stupid. You would think that, that would make it a real incentive for people to actually hustle. You know what I mean? Because if you can have 10 weeks, there's 52 weeks in a year, so that's 5 times a year. You could, and still take out everything else. So take out, the maintenance miles, the fuel. The only thing you're taking out is the truck payment, right? You're only taking out the truck payment. So my truck payment's like 8 something, 860, 850. I don't remember, but it's something like that. So if you do that 5 times a year, you would be adding on an additional, 8 times 5 is 40, so 800, that would be like $4,000. So you'd be, and it's 8 something, so it'd be close to 5,000. Between $4,000 and $5,000 you can add to your overall income. And what the fuck? Let us have that. Like, what's wrong with working? Think about it. They're not getting no maintenance money for that week. They're not getting no... take out the insurance money. Take out everything. Just leave us without the truck payment. And that's an extra $5,000, $4,500 for the year. Whatever the number is for you, everybody's different. That would be a much better situation than saying, oh, you have to stay home. You have to take the week off to get this. You want no truck, and I don't think you can stack them. I don't think you can work 20 weeks or wait 20 weeks and then take 2 weeks off. I don't think it worked that way. Because if that was the case, I would tell Party Hard to come here. He wouldn't want to work no 20 weeks though. But he could do that and then go to the DR. And it still not be in no negative situation or anything like that. But I think when they do the no truck payment, there's no maintenance payment, there's nothing. You don't have no fuel, you don't have no insurance payment, But let me work and just keep the truck off, or give it half or something. Like, that's stupid. Like, whatever. You get the bonus. But it would be cool to add an extra $5,000. Because let me tell you, these deductions, in deductions so far, I'm at like $60,000, $70,000 in just deductions. It's actually pretty insane to think about how much deductions come out of this lease. And to me, this lease is easy. Like, yeah, you might not make a lot. You might make, $2,000. I try to tell everybody $1,500 is the average, because if you get 2,500, which is, they say is their average, 2,500 miles, you're probably going to be at around, around $1,300 before you take that last load. And if you do that last load at 500 miles for that day, that will put you to the $1,800. Because they do it, I think, because it's a discounted rate, it's about 90 cents. I've seen it as 88 cents. It depends what the rate of that load is. But yeah, I've seen it at $1 as well. So, but I also call it 90 cents. So if you do run 500 miles, you should get around $500. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you'll still get paid for the rest of it on the next week and whatnot. And then, you know, you run that Tuesday as well. So you can do $2,000 here. You know, I just like to say, because, you know, you might finish on Tuesday in the evening and only get 100 miles or 200 miles. So, you know, and it depends how many miles you ran that week. If you ran 3,000 miles, like I'm going to be close to 3,000 miles before Tuesday. So, yeah, like it goes up. I'm already at $1,600. You know what I'm saying? So if I run 500-600 miles, you know, I could be at 1,700. It depends what the rate is. It's sliding scale, right? I think I'm at like almost $1,700 already. I get 500 miles, 600 miles that day. I could be touching 22, 23, 2,100 bucks. So it is what it is. It is what it is. This month's bonus is going to be less, as I took like 4 days off. It's not going to be like the last bonus I got was something like $1,500 something on 11,000 miles. And the way that works, the way your bonus works is, so I think it starts at 4,000 miles, 4,000 to 6,000 miles. So that's a 2,000 mile. They do that times 0.1, so you would get $200. 601 to 8,000 is another 2,000. So that whole, if you did 7,000, you would get something. But if you did the whole 8, that would be 0.2. So if you did 7,000, that would be, you know, between 6 and 7. You would get, that would be 1,000. So you would get that times 0.2 plus the other 2,000 miles at 0.1. So 1,000 times 0.2 is enough. So you'd have $400 bonus right there. So when I say I did 11,000 miles, I got 4,000 to 6,000 at 0.1. Yeah, 6,000 to 8,000 at 0.2. And then I did 8,000 to 11,000. It was a little bit over 11,000 at 0.3. And then they add those together, so that was $1,500 bucks. You know, so it was like 9,000, 10,000, 11,000 and some change. That's 3,000 miles times 0.3, and then which was like 900 bucks, and the other one was 400 bucks, and the other one was 2, so 600. So that was a 1,500 bucks. They add that together. That's how they do it. And yeah, I'll tell you exactly how much it was. My info. Check that week of $3,650.03, which means my actual was $2,100 or $2,099. Yeah, so that was my actual check. And yeah, the deductions for that week was $2,700. Crazy on there? No, I just did good miles. Fuel, I spent $566. Escrow's $50. Full maintenance, that goes by like your miles, and it does like 12 cents at something, and then 13 cents. Everything added up was says that it gave me an advance, but the advance for that was money that they owed me. So they owed me, it was like a $600 thing, and then they took the miles and everything out, so that was $463. It wasn't on my check, so they just put it on my card. So out of the $2,754, $463 was that they took back. So yeah, but I know that advance thing is because they put the money on my card. They already gave it to me. So they paid me on this check. Let's see if it's in my payments. Dispatch. Yeah. So they put it in my actual pay. Yup, it's right here. So they put it in what they owed me. So I grossed $6,404.28. So yeah, they took back that for something. Yeah. So that week would have been like a 2,000. So everything I made, which was $2,000, $2,099 before my bonus. Basically got the same in deductions. So it's like I make as much as I give Hirschbach in deductions, at least, because Hirschbach is definitely making money. They're making money on the fuel. Yeah, they got like 3,000. We could find out how many trucks they got right now. Watch. Go to my info. This thing is never up to date, but at my personal, this has like your standing in the company and shit. Okay, so I'm in a group. Oh, I suck at driving, it looks like. Oh, man. So last month, I went up. My score is terrible. I don't know if that's good. I made $15,138. Pre-plans accepted. It says 2, but that's a lie. I accept pretty much every pre-plan. Compliance stops, fuel compliance. 2 non-compliant stops. I don't know what that means, because I've never stopped anywhere that wasn't a Love's or a Flying J, and it's always on my route. Maybe it didn't update. I don't know. Speeding events for the whole month was 128 speeding events. So my safety score went down. Driver-related services, 100%. I'm a little bit above half of the fleet of this OTR division, which is 853 drivers. So yeah, I think there's like 3,000 trucks at the company and 3,500 drivers, or 2,500 trucks and 3,000 drivers, something like that. So yep, doing pretty good. I'm trying to get the number 1 of the whole fleet right now. I don't want to tell you my number. I'm 300. I'm 300 out of 853. But it goes by, like I said, I was speeding. Everything else is fine. Just that safety shit, because I had speeding. It went down. I was at 20. No cargo claims. No preventables. No CSA score. No log violations. Just speeding events. 100% dispatch. Miles. My miles is way up. It says my total miles was 11,494 miles. Total loaded was 9,429. Empty miles 2,065. Sometimes your empty miles could really be up there, because they've had me go across the country empty like 5 times in the past. For some reason, my fuel compliance was down, so that's bringing me down to the 300. But really, I've always, and if for some reason it says I've only accepted 2 pre-plans, but I always accept my pre-plans. Like, I really reject a load. My team, I don't know if I'm supposed to say all this, but like who it is. Oh, it shows my current location. My idle time, that's a lie, 25%. I have an APU. I never idle. Only time I idle is like if it's extremely hot. I have 7.8 miles per gallon. My average miles in the last 7 days is 380 miles. My total miles for the year is 35,262 miles. August, my current miles in August is 7,836 miles. I'm not sure if that includes, because like, yeah, it must include the first week in August when I got so take away 2, so I'm probably at like 5,000 and I'm going to be caught up. I don't know how this thing freaking works, man. Like, this thing is usually not even close to this up to date. Oh, this is July. This is for July, but it said August right there. But it says safety scorecard ID July. So, yeah, my score is up, though, so I'm doing pretty good. Driver type own, I don't know what that means. I think it's owner-operator. I think that's what that means. And I'm part of this OTR with a driver director and the fleet manager, and I'm part of a cost center. I don't freaking know. Yeah, well, this is a long ass video, I guess, but I really just wanted to break it down for y'all. So come to Hirschbach, get some money, make some money. It says my money is up. I made 15,000 last month. I don't think I made that much. I had the $1,500 bonus. They count that. And like 4 weeks of over 2,000. No, I had one that was 1,300 when I came back from home. I probably made like 7,500, 8,000. Yeah, including the bonus, I've made over $8,000. So over half of my gross I got to keep. Not too bad. So, yep. Grind hard, hustle hard, know your worth, know your potential, never settle. I'm out. Peace.
Ninja vanish!